Coach Greg, in today's video, you asked for it. You said you want me to make the videos I used to make. And so in today's video, you're gonna get it. And so it says, I tried Greg Doucette's anabolic cookbook for a day. Is it worth it? Now remember, it's gone through extensive reviews. We're currently at version 3.1. He goes over version 3.0. 3.1 has even more photos and more recipes. And in case you're wondering, does it work? Literally sold close to 100,000 copies. And everywhere I go, no matter what country, whether it's 4 a.m. outside of a bar, someone's gonna come up to me and say, hey, I got your cookbook. I lost 100 pounds. It changed my life. And I'm not bullshitting you. This happens everywhere I go. And so let's go over his review. Is he gonna make fun of it? Is he gonna say it's apple poop or is it apple goop?
I tried a full day of eating from Coach Greg Doucette's anabolic cookbook. And today I'm going to let you know if it's worth it.
Imagine, is it worth it? If there's even one recipe in here that you're going to use that for the rest of your life, change your life, lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever. How is it not worth it? I spend over $150 every time I go out to a restaurant. And so you really think it's not worth $150? Think of it. Women spend that much money on their makeup in any given month. $150. Now, I get it. If you're in a poor developing country, you don't make that much money, you can't do it. But for everyone else, really, think of where else you're spending your money. On drinks at the bar, buying girls drinks. You think that they're going to sleep with you because you bought them a shot of vodka? Really? Don't you think your chances would go up higher than last time if you had a lean and chisel physique? Perhaps you lost some weight and you look better. And so if you get the cookbook, it helps you to stay on your diet. It is priceless.
Now, as I'm preparing these foods, the one thing I'm finding pretty helpful is all the meal prep tips that are included, about batch cooking.
Exactly. You cook in bulk. Imagine if you're eating 5 meals a day, you really think you're gonna have time to prepare 5 meals? Really? I used to cook 30 French toasts at a time and I'd stuff that into the fridge and I'd have French toast for days. I'd even put the French toast in the toaster, pop it down, bammo! I don't even have to microwave.
And here it is. We got the egg white bites. I ended up making around like 9 of them, just given the size of my pan.
And remember, if you don't believe me, I eat like this all the time. I haven't changed my ways. I go in the fridge, I see anabolic muffins, anabolic mushroom risotto, various kinds, recipes. I eat from my cookbook all the time. If you looked at my Instagram post today, how do I look? I'm 48 years of age. I'm not abusing supplements. I'm on HRT, 140 milligrams a week. Of course, I'm using Turk Builder, Acti Builder, and GO2 Max. And I'm doing my cardio, racing bikes, training with weights, my entire body every 3 days. And so it's working for me. It's working for close to 100,000 other people. And so it absolutely can work for you.
And for you watching this, one thing to just keep in mind, it's great to have all of the, macros and calories being listed.
And so obviously I tell people, just count your protein, count your calories. Don't worry about everything. You don't have to track every single detail, but the calories are all listed. The macros are all listed. The recipes are easier than last time to make. Left no stone unturned to make it easy. I am not some culinary chef. I'm Coach Greg. Do I look like a chef? But yet I can make all of these recipes. And so if I can make it, you guys can make it too.
Alrighty, so I just finished up breakfast here, and I gotta be honest, like the quantity of food and the amount of protein, I'm feeling quite full.
And so that is the point. The quantity of the meals, the size of it, it's keeping you full, satiated, satisfied, and the taste. You don't have to give up taste. You don't have to give up portion sizes. You get to eat massive portions with food that tastes amazing while giving you all the protein that you need.
All right, so now it's time for a midday snack. I am grabbing a Coach Greg approved Quest bar.
And for a snack, he's having a Quest bar. Of course, he could have a Seco bar. But if you've gotten any of my coaching diet plans in the past, you will know that you can eat off plan. You can have a snack of your choice any day that you want, every day that you want. It's not about being perfect. It's just about eating better than you are right now. As long as you're eating within your calorie allowance, you are in fact going to lose weight. And so whether you grab a protein bar or a bag of Smart Pop popcorn, if you're hungry, you should be eating. You don't want to be starving. You don't want to rely on willpower. And with the benefit of this cookbook, you'll be more satiated, more satisfied than friggin' last time. And hopefully that happens in the bedroom too. And if not, Don't worry, we do have harder than last time for your bedroom needs. Code Greg, 15% off.
Really tons of different like flexibility in the things that you could choose to eat, which keeps everything exciting, makes you want to stick to things while you still make your goals.
Flexibility, keeping things fresh and exciting. You want to have variety? This is the book for you. Gone are those days of diets that have chicken, broccoli, and rice every single meal. This is ridiculous. I've seen countless competitors, thousands. They go on these crazy diets. They think they can handle it, but they're starving. And remember, these are gifted elite level athletes. They're professional bodybuilders and so on. Even they can barely make it to the stage. But have you not seen Coach Greg? Do I look like I'm starving? Do I look like I'm suffering? Do I look like I have a difficult time in life? It's the cookbook. I've learned how to do this for years. I'm far leaner now than when I used to abuse performance-enhancing drugs. But because of the cookbook, because of the recipes, because I do cardio, it's easier than ever before.
I got some like really simple, low-fat roasted turkey breast. You can have about 5 slices of that, some low-fat mayo.
And notice, really simple. This is the key point of this cookbook. It's not difficult. I've tried other people's cookbooks. Some of them are great, but very difficult. Some takes hours to make the recipes. This is a simple cookbook. If you've never cooked a day in your life, you pick up this book, there's going to be dozens of recipes you'll find easy. You'll be shocked at how easy it is to create delicious recipes that you never dreamed possible.
One thing I really like about this cookbook, for sure, is that it definitely emphasizes like high volume eating.
High volume eating. Just the other day, I made a video on a guy and he was like, oh, I never knew that eating fruits and vegetables would make a difference. Of course it does. You can't just eat your highly palatable, high sugar, high fat meals and think you're going to be satisfied. But if you add in more fruits and vegetables, more high volume meals, you're going to be more full. The number one reason diets fail, it's because you're hungry. If you are never hungry, do you know how easy it would be to get through a diet? Think of it. You're never hungry. And so unless you have some kind of a disordered eating pattern, you're eating to shut down your feelings and whatever, it's not that hard. When you're hungry, it's hard. Saying no to a cheeseburger when you're already full stuffed, it's not as hard as you think.
Okay, so I also got the chips and guacamole here. This is just a simple high protein wrap.
Oh, but Coach Greg's recipes have no fat. You're going to die from not eating enough fat. Well, A, how many of you think you're going to eat every single meal from the cookbook? And B, do you not see this meal? Guacamole. Is there no fat in that? And what about salmon? Oh, there's no healthy fats in salmon. And so this is the point of the book, to replace some of the meals that you're eating. Perhaps you're eating pizza right now and you want a lower fat recipe. Perhaps you're eating high fat wraps. Perhaps it's lasagna. Perhaps it's burgers. Perhaps it's ice cream. You replace some of those meals, not all of them. You don't need to change your entire life. You change some of it and it's enough. If you are in only 100 calorie deficit per day, in a year you're going to lose about 10 pounds, 100 calories. Do you know how easy it is to get to a 100 calorie deficit from eating from this cookbook? Certainly one recipe a day going to do more than that, way more. Imagine switching from regular French toast to anabolic French toast, from regular ice cream to protein ice cream. You're probably saving 500 calories a day, about 1 pound of fat a week. And so in 10 weeks, you could lose 10 pounds just from having one recipe from my freaking cookbook. And remember, code Greg, 15% off. Click the link in the description. Click it right now. Or watch the video and then click.
The afternoon snacks I have picked out, I'm going to have probably a hard time eating them. So from a fullness perspective, this makes it really easy to stay on track.
And so think of it. How can this diet not work? The afternoon snacks that he's picked out already, he's thinking, I'm going to have a hard time eating it. He's so full. If you're so full on lower calories, how easy is this diet to follow?
I've been impressed so far. Things that I just typically wouldn't do. I'm doing new ideas and I'll be working this into the mix as well.
I'm impressed so far. Were there any doubts?
Fries are definitely one of those things that do feel off limits when dieting or just like following a healthy diet to begin with.
Nothing is off limits when you're dieting. You take an unhealthy recipe or perhaps one that's just very high in calories, perhaps it's high in fat and sugar, and you make it lower in calories. That is exactly what I did with this cookbook. I took all your favorite recipes and made them lower in calories, lower in fat, lower in sugar, so that they're more diet friendly, aka you get to eat more of them and be full. It's not that you can't have anything on your diet. You can eat anything you want, but sometimes if you eat those things, it triggers you to keep eating. For example, if you're eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream, maybe it's cereal, chips, whatever, and you start eating and you can't stop and you finish off the entire bag or container of ice cream, and pretty soon you're at 2,000-3,000 calories. You just binged. This is not what you want. But eating from my cookbook, even if you keep eating, it's okay. You're going to be full on far fewer calories.
All right, diving into dinner here. Fries, are fantastic. They got like I put them in the air fryer.
Fries are fantastic. Love the alliteration.
This is my favorite meal out of everyone. Everything today has been amazing. This one's okay. I'm surprised in some senses.
And he's surprised. His favorite meal of the day, did not expect it. And so how does this sound? Does it sound like it's worth it to you?
Okay, so I feel like I've ate a lot today, but we still have some calories left over. So we're moving on to desserts, and I'm going to try 2 of them.
And so think of it. He already feels like he's eaten a lot today, but he's got calories left over. And so why not make some desserts? Think of how amazing this would be on a diet. It's now the evening. You've eaten so much. You're pretty well full. And you just have dessert for fun.
From anabolic cheesecake to ice cream to lava cake and even some donuts.
Oh my goodness. You have to try the cheesecake. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the donuts, please try them. You won't know how good they are until you've actually tried them.
Well, no, it's just like the instant pudding is kind of yellow, and I was like, where did this yellow come?
Moved up on the execution a little bit on this, the bun.
And there's just, as I'm watching it, there's so many recipes that I haven't tried in a while, like the donuts I haven't eaten in a couple months because there's just so many recipes. I tend to start eating the same thing all the time. For example, I'm eating the blueberry muffins and the carrot apple muffins. I eat those all the time. Then I get to the cluster muffins and I keep going. Then I'm all of a sudden in a loaf and I'm into this and I'm into that. And I just got to keep mixing it up. There's so many recipes that you're literally going to forget how good the ones you ate when you first started in the beginning.
Taste is really good. Very fluffy. It's probably like a little bit more like whipped cream than truly ice cream.
And so the protein ice cream, it tastes more like whipped cream than ice cream. I like whipped cream more than ice cream. And so for me, that's a bonus. Imagine you're eating the ice cream and the negative about it is it tastes a little bit more like whipped cream. How many of you think that's a bad thing? I remember there was a flavor called Heavenly Hash. It literally had like whipped cream or marshmallow flavor taste in it. This is amazing. You want your ice cream to taste creamier than last time. It tastes like whipped cream. Case sold. And so he didn't use a hamburger bun. He did his best. He used an alternate version of the bun, but it still tastes amazing. It's better than he expected. If he uses the actual bun that's recommended, I'm sure it'll be better than last time.
Well designed, beautiful, all like high protein, healthy option meals with tons of variety. I'd pay the $150 again.
Is it worth it? Honestly, well designed, laid out, everything, I would pay for it again.
Specifically with the recipes that I tried today, I felt very full throughout the day. I feel content.
He felt content, tons of protein, tons of volume, easy to stick to, didn't need to really eat those afternoon snacks and so on and so. What more must I say? Are you a believer? And so he says, I would totally recommend it.
Plus, if you're a fan of Coach Greg, you'll notice that his personality is infused throughout the entire cookbook.
And so if you're a fan of the channel, you've watched many videos, you're going to see the lingo that's used, regular ass bread, more than last time, quotes and so on. So please consider getting the cookbook. And so of course, if you're interested in the cookbook or Turk Builder, Ecti Builder, GO2 Max, you can get any of these on my website. If you need a free diet and training program, you can get it there. Become part of the 300,000 plus newsletter subscriber list. Head over to my website, purchase right now. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed a video as I used to do in the past. Watch one of those 2 bloops, and of course, coaching plans by me and my team, phone consults, the Harder Than Last Time clothing line. Head over to my website, click the link in the description, code Greg 15% off, and until next time, I am out.